Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. And let's talk to Kukaron here.
I do not know what we can do.
Only Radir knows upon which paths he planned to bring us to Dol Guldur with our captive, and without him the secret ways are veiled to us. I fear our errand stands on the very brink of failure before it has begun. Alright, so let's get some boots here. And these are some nice boosts, some out of combat speed, minus 25% crowd control, so it has what the previous one had. Why I need agility? I don't. This is a rather weird set for a Rune-keeper. Well, maybe it's not all that good of a set after all, considering the things it gives.
I know Radir would be wroth if we were to abandon hope.
We must persevere, though we grieve for Radir. The road he planned to take is unknown to us, but his mind is not. I know he would be wroth if we were to abandon hope, but we need time to decide what to do. Instead of dwelling upon our losses, I want you to offer your strength to Dundarian here in Ogvain. He has planned a number of strikes against of important locations in Mirkwood, and the Golden Host could use your own skills. So let us go and see what he wants us to do. Well, I better tag the stable master. And let's speak with him here.
My elves prepare for another skirmish, a strike against the ruins of Dunenglaw.
Right. If you are a skilled Rune-keeper, as Kukaron has led me to believe, you will be most welcome to join us in this skirmish. Doubly so if you command the loyalty of a skilled soldier. Right. Alright, so let us now head into Dunenglaw, which is the first of the Mirkwood skirmishes. Strike against Dunenglaw. And let's travel and see what we have.
Here at Dunenglaw, the enemy holds and interrogates those they have captured in battle. The prisoners must be rescued swiftly.
Oh, it might have helped if I trained my soldiers at level 50. Oh boy. All that time in Mirkwood, and I never trained my soldier? Good jolly grief. Oh, that could add to the challenge of it. And I am going to have to, before I do the next set of skirmishes, get around to training my soldier, because let's face it, rank 10 is way too low when you're fighting out in Mirkwood. And it looks like I'm going to need to do some armor repairs soon also. Alright, control point. We have to rescue these elves, and they'll help us to defend it. Well, the way I'm going right now, maybe I better use this help. Very often, I'm so used to playing my ward where I just run off ahead and not worry about and keep the elves out of the combat. Alright. We get quite a number here. So we run into a number of Merval and bats in this skirmish. They seem to be our usual enemies we get. And those Limrothin we saw earlier. And that pretty much sums up the opposition you get in here. So that's the first one. Let's go to the second control point, and whenever we do that, they go out and join their comrades or something like that, because they have been saved. The Fire Limrothin are a real pain, especially when you get to the higher tier, well, the higher group sizes, and they start to have reflex on them, which is a real pain to work with. Hey, maybe I could do something really innovative like remember to use my stone. Yeah, how about that? Wouldn't that be really thrilling and peachy? Maybe also help this stay behind with this ranger. Alright. Okay. There we go. Nice rune stone. Nice rune stone. What's up ahead? Purple, of course. Alright, there are a total of 5 skirmishes in Mirkwood. This is early in Book 9. The rest of them are much, much later towards the end. And near the end they start to come in rapid succession. Similar to how the ones in Moria are in rapid succession. Alright. More of these, and of course our usual lieutenants. You can't have a skirmish without some lieutenants, right? I have a feeling I probably have at least done at least one skirmish. Dananglor has a relatively small lieutenant count. So if I ever run to a run of any skirmish without any lieutenants, it would probably have been Dananglor. Alright. On the other hand, you also have those... Yesterday I ran into a run of Bunglehod where, whew, boy, felt like I ran to every lieutenant in the game coming in. Like every single wave had a lieutenant. We're running at tier 3, so it's taking forever to kill them. So the next wave will come with its own new lieutenant. I'm surprised that the elf eventually got killed. Alright. Okay. Good. I think we're handling them. I just want to double check to make sure that okay, the crows are there. Okay. I had thought that we had earlier gone close enough to tell, but apparently not, because I just got the message. Of course, if I pay attention to those 4 red dots up there, I probably would have told. Okay, we got these on hand. This is so this one's noted for, this one has the double counterattack. All the rest of the counterattacks are singles. Alright, that's done with that. So let's first take care of the crows. We've gone through the tough bits of the skirmish. Since that was the last counterattack we have to worry about. Now, you can do the middle 3 control points in any order you want, but I usually recommend doing the 2 lower ones, the 2 that we just did, before you do the one that we're going to do next, which is up a ramp, simply because there is an encounter that gets triggered by when you take the 3rd of the 3 flags that you have to take in this area, and you want to be up the ramp when you take the 3rd one, because that encounter walks around and he could interrupt your... Oh, this guy is tough. Oh, maybe if I use the runestone? Jeez. Find it right. And I'll stay alive. Okay, new deed strike against Dananglor. Now the other one. Now, this skirmish is a fairly popular one, strike against Dananglor. And most people like this skirmish. The real pain is that the landscape version of Dananglor most people don't like. So that's a rather unusual situation where you have a situation where, yeah, people like the skirm area and how the landscape is used in skirmish, but boy, when you go there in landscape, it is like one of those dreadful places where you just say, okay, why am I here? Alright. Now let's see. He's not damaging me all that much. He's certainly not as bad as that bird was. Maybe because I stuck down the runestone, it's keeping me healed up. Alright, there we go. Both encounters done. We can head up to the third. So the third control point is up this way. And no, I'm not counting the one we did at the beginning because that opened up a gate. And you obviously had to do that one first, and you had to open up a gate. So that's why I'm saying this is the third one, even though, of course, it's the fourth one that we'd be encountering in the skirmish. But it's the third of the set that are in the middle area. And when you take the last of the three, then, as I said, there's an encounter that can be triggered there. Now, obviously, it's moot now since we've already had both encounters. So we won't have to worry about that, but usually you do things you form a habit on how you run a skirmish. So therefore, I don't like breaking because if you break the pattern, then you might use the wrong pattern for the wrong situation. So there we go. Now let's see. Did I do this without pulling the rook? Yeah, I did. How nice. Good, because I don't want to... So far, the toughest, biggest hurts that's been given to me in this run has been from a bird, so you can imagine what a lieutenant that rips you to pieces if he has a lot of friends around him is going to do. If I fight him when he has a lot of friends around him. Ah, there we go. Alright, see, keep myself healed. Alright. There you go. Oh, it's interesting concerning my other Rune-keeper, the one on Arkenstone, just hit 100. And that particular Rune-keeper, I was saying, at a time when I could have hit 100, I happened to have been in Ethelund, which is the origin location for this Rune-keeper. And I was thinking that, well, that would be nice and appropriate if I hit 100 there. But then I looked up at that particular elf, though, I had set as being from Mirkwood. So I decided to run, I think it was the battle in the tower. Yeah, to run the battle in the tower. So I would be inside Mirkwood when I hit 100. Because I was just 99, just short of 100. So when we finished battle in the tower, is when I hit 100 on that character. And the Battle in the Tower is the last of the Mirkwood skirmishes, so we'll be seeing that in about quite a number of episodes from now. Since we have quite a bit of Chapter 3 to go, it'll vary differently when I hit him at least level 65. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. And that is Strike Against Danenglor. What did I get there? No relics. Oh well.
Danenglor is ours, and it is to be hoped the Meravile will not return.
Go now to Kukuran on the porch of the Haunted Inn here at the Algheim, and give him my thanks. I am pleased that he sent a skilled Rune-keeper to us, and Danenglor is proof of your worth to the Golden Host. Alright, so I got through that despite the undertrained soldier. Of course, there were quite a number of people who did Danenglor with undertrained soldiers back when they first released Mirkwood. Because when Mirkwood was released, you probably were doing this as your first skirmish because you came in here rushing to do Mirkwood and you said, oh, to continue the epic, I need to do the skirmish. And a lot of people had not yet done these skirmishes. So the first skirmish was Danenglor, and probably with a soldier that was rank 2 at most on their skills. So yes, a lot of people do have history of running that a little bit underpowered. Alright, here we go to
Our situation here is little
Kukuran.
changed.
I have heard already I have heard already of your victory at Danenglor Pinestone. Would that I could give you such pleasing news about the Hidden Guard, but our situation is little changed. Isurio has spent the hours poring over the last few maps we possess of this region of Mirkwood, but she still hasn't decided on a safe and secret route to Dol Guldur. We have another concern now, though. A Greyhammer concern.
I worried that the Greyhammers would be a problem, but what could I say about it?
Nothing. And now they have gotten themselves, and us as well, into trouble. Auntie Greyhammer can tell you more. I saw him last inside the Haunted Inn, raging at the hearth there to anyone who would listen. So, we need to talk to Auntie Greyhammer. So next time we will talk to Greyhammer and find out what is going on in our next episode of Pineleaf Plays, The Rune-keeper.